around this time last season that they were truly capable of at least getting just on that cusp of breaking through. And he clearly looks like he took an additional step forward through, via the offseason, the way he came out flying. So those are teams. But again, when you talk about deep runs, this is why I throw those known wild cards out there, right? The OKC Chet gets hurt, but Hartenstein comes back tonight. Right. So they're able to work through that.
Yeah, but the West, that's why I said East, because the West is a little bit different. The West is a little bit more, they have a little bit more to offer.
That there's depth there with some of those teams where it lacks a little bit more substance. Now, why I pointed out Charlotte specifically is that Brandon Miller looks like he's taken an additional step forward. So not only did LaMelo get, but Brandon Miller's looking like the dude that they thought coming out of Alabama.
Yeah, but they need another big.
Well, you have Bridges, right? Yeah. And so, but
do they still have Plumlee?
Yes, but this is why I'm pointing out teams like the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, hold it. Breaking news.
Oh.
Joining us also on the P-Rogram today is my man D. Gully from the CO Lumbus. I'm glad you could join us. Shout out the IT guy. The IT guy, I don't know why. And then Double J disappears. What is going on?
I'm trying to give him his shine.
The man
with no shine. He already shining. Look at his forehead. My God.
Oh, you got some nerve. I can see what's on your screen from your glasses.
And you should. My glasses are reflective.
Yeah. They're reflective, all right.
Hey, all I'm gonna tell you is lay off the Vaseline, bro. Yeah, I know it's winter time, but it ain't winter time. Time for winter time.
You know what? Okay? You ain't gonna start with me. You ain't gonna start with me.
I ain't gonna start with you, but I'm gonna finish. I just want to throw this question at you that I just asked Double J. After watching the Cavs and Celtics last night, I didn't see it. I'm sure you saw it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that an Eastern Conference Finals preview?
Or is it too early?
Or is it too early to tell?
Listen, what I wanted to say is, I was hoping for the Cavs to make it competitive. In the second half, for that game to end up only by 3 points, the Cavs, I think, are ready. That's what I wanted to see. Even if in defeat, do they look like the Celtics had to take it from them versus they gave it away? And that's what I saw.
Got you.
The Cavs outscored them 60-36 in the paint.
That thank you, Double J. Listen, so here's what else I asked him. Can the Celtics, if you had to put your money on it, let's say the Cavs and the Celtics are playing each other. I don't know how it would play out, but I'm just hypothetically the second round. Okay. Yeah. Would you put your money on the Celtics winning because they did what they did the other night, shooting 335 threes?
Right.
Or would you put your money on what the Cavs can do in terms of beating you up in the paint? Because the majority of the ABA teams don't. That's not their style of play. The Cavs actually are a throwback in that regard. And there used to be, there are what we call, when you get to a round robin, things that translate from a regular season to a playoffs. We always talk about defense, rebounding, things of that nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially offensive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Points in the paint. Is that a playoff translatable?
That is certainly a playoff translatable. My question is, the challenges I would pose to anybody is, what's more easily shut down? Your perimeter scoring or your interior scoring? Right.
This is why we do what we do, y'all.
When was the last time we seen a team, or how effective have we seen a team say, hey, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to limit them from the end. We're going to take away the inside, limit them to shooting from the outside. Who in the modern era has a defensive philosophy or sets up in a game or a series? Have we seen them say, hey, you know what? We're going to take them away from the inside, let them be perimeter shooters. Like who do we see defensively shut down the interior? I don't know that we see it in the modern game where they actively make a participation. When they actively participate in shutting down the interior, making them jump shooters, making them perimeter shooters.
And ball movement.
Right. That being
ball
said,
movement is you definitely got to have it because it's too much. Man, what did the one player say about Anthony Edwards, former player? How many points you get for dribbling?
Yeah.
Bruh, you're not going to. It's a reason why League Pass is selling quarters. When you turn on the day, and I don't care who the teams are for the most part, and that's one of the things and reasons why I didn't watch the Cavs for as long as I did early on the season, that many games, is because the first thing that jumped off the screen to me when the first game I watched was the ball movement.
That's why the Spurs were my favorite team of all time.
Absolutely.
That type of ball movement. Like, if you're a fan of basketball, I was a fan of basketball because you do see stars and you see players. But to me, there was something about team chemistry where you having all of these guys touch the ball, look for a better shot, and the finesse and precision and ability of them to make that proper pass, and then it translate to a dunk, a slash on a layup, or a 3-point shot.
But guess what else it does?
Yeah,
it keeps everybody engaged throughout the contest from start to first, from start to finish for 48 minutes or however many minutes whoever is playing their minutes. It keeps everybody, even the guys on the bench who might only get 3 minutes, they in tune with what's what, because they know at any moment they can go in, and when they do go in, they're gonna have to stay alert because it might come your way.
That's why I was so relieved in how the game played out. I was so relieved in seeing the Cavs play competitively against the defending champs because yesterday's game legitimized that 12-0.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Double J, you still giving Gully a shine? Anyway, before you even say anything, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of this college football playoff, get the brackets and stuff jumping, and what the college football playoff committee done did yet again. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch the dial. We'll be right back in a short little while. Holla.
I'm Jordan Gudeman, and I'm the founder and CEO of Eddie G's Cookies. I was first diagnosed with a nut allergy when I was young. At the time, there weren't a lot of labeled items that said if there may contain nuts or there are nuts in the food, so my brother and sister and I baked a lot at home, and we enjoyed treats from mixes and things like that, but I noticed that it was not the same as what my friends were enjoying, and I started making up my own recipes. When it was time to pick a career, I decided to start a bakery so I could share my treats with everybody else. When I started creating my recipe, I was taking in all the things that I thought I was missing out on. A soft, chewy center, a crisp outside crust, and a taste that is just like it came out of the oven at a bakery. When I put all those things together, I had come up with a recipe for a dream cookie. Eddie G's Cookies only uses the finest ingredients. We have all natural flavorings, no preservatives, and every cookie is made in a nut-free environment. The best part about Eddie G's Cookies is that they can be delivered right to your door. You can share them or not. We won't tell.
Well, my apologies. I've been over here. I got a sound pad for all you podcasters out there and all you non-podcasters. There's usually some sound effects to go with this, and I've been hitting buttons. And apparently, like my co-host did a couple weeks ago, they walk around with nose hairs all over the doggone place and didn't tell nobody. I'm over here pressing buttons, and then nobody say nothing until about 48 minutes into the show.
You're the one who wanted to buy that Zoom.
Yeah, well, I mean, my gosh. I don't even. Oh boy. Anywho, Anyway, Cavs Celtics Eastern Conference Finals preview. We'll talk about the West whenever the West is won. Yeah. Did you see that? The Magnificent Seven. That's what's gonna be like in the West this go round. And Denzel leading the pack, baby. Anywho, let's talk some college football now. Before we get to the brackets and so on and so forth. What did they do yesterday? They after last Saturday's games, they redo the selections or something or another every Tuesday or something like that is what it is.
Correct.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, we're going to show you all the current playoff hypotheticals as they stand after yesterday's whatever the committee did. But before we do, the College Football Playoff Committee is under scrutiny yet again for the criteria that they use for team placement. Anybody want to expound on that right quick before I go any further?
Say that again. They are under scrutiny again for
the College Football Playoff Committee is under scrutiny yet again for the criteria that they use for team placement.
No. Tell me what your criteria is.
I don't know. It's too long and too detailed for me to go into it. But just to sum it up, let me tell you what Kevin Sweeney said. You know who Kevin Sweeney is? That's it. Did I say Sweeney? Yeah. Anyway, if you don't know who Kevin Sweeney is, look him up. He's a college football playoff person or whatever it is. And he says, if the SEC gets 4 of 7 at-large bids to the playoff, and an 11-1 team from the other Power 2 league doesn't get in, we might as well have the SEC just play a 15-game season and pick its own national champion.
Stop. No.
Well, now wait a minute. Hang on a second.
No, he got a point. He got a point.
No. I'm sick of this. Okay. No, listen.
Go ahead, Gully.
If the SEC gets 4 out of 7 at-large bids.
Wait a minute. You want me to read it again?
Yes, please.
Okay. Kevin Sweeney says, if the SEC gets 4 of the 7 at-large bids to the playoff and an 11-1 team from the other Power 2 league doesn't get in, we might as well have the SEC just play a 15-game season and pick its own national champion.
Okay, pause. If an 11-1 team cannot get the 3 remaining at-large bids, first of all, I find it hard to believe that an 11-1 team outside of the Power 3 won't get one of those 3.
Okay, hold your thought.
Yes,
bruh. Let's go back as far as the BCS.
Okay.
And people were making a mockery of it, saying it's really the BS.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, 2 things, in my opinion, I'm glad to see. One, that there's a 12-team playoff. I always wondered why they didn't do it before now, because the FCS, they had at one point like 24 teams in the playoff. I'm just saying.
Right. Yep.
But the other thing is, no matter which model you use, the BCS, the 4-team, whatever it is, it's going to somehow, some way, it's going to always be some controversy.
Sure. Yeah. And that's what I'm speaking to. It's always going to be some controversy. And I'm not prepared to suggest that this is on the same level of the BCS picking the national champion.
Okay, got you.
I'm not, because you're not going to fit it all. You're not going to fit everybody into the same box. Or it's always going to leave something to be desired, but there is fewer things to be desired in a 12-team playoff for the college FBS national champion than there was in the BCS.
Okay,
actually, in the years since we've removed from the BCS, I remember the sort of gimmick line that was said that the BCS is like a playoff because those games later in November did sort of matter. The problem was, it was like, oh man, a team that loses to a UCLA team that loses in week 3, but then ends up 11-1. They can't make it. However, a team that was a 10-2 losing game before the conference play, before the conference championships, if you will, they somehow will make it. Those sort of controversies were a bit more raw, if you will, than what we have here. But I'm not here for it now. It's 12 teams now.
Yeah, I mean,
one of the 12, then you got to pick. Then you got to readjust who you schedule, who you allow on your schedule, and what teams you invite to let play, and what teams you want to beat up on.
Well, and look, I'm with you in that regard, because as far as the 12-team playoff being better, regardless, despite its constant controversies, whatever, that's going to they come along just hand in hand with college football, sports, period. Because once upon a time, there was a system in college football where Auburn went in the SEC, mind you, went undefeated with Jason Campbell and didn't get it. They didn't make it.
Yes.
So, and then we already know UCF, they still holding that. They got an in-season tournament banner saying basically, and they champions. I mean, I'm just saying, man.
We national champions. Like, yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, so let's get to some of this college football playoff bracket talk, baby. We're gonna throw that up on the screen. Double J, did you want to say anything about because apparently I guess he's still letting you get your shine on, Gully.
Oh, no.
Why he get his drink on?
Hey, if we have our post-show huddle, he'll explain why.
If what you a DJ now? Anywho.
Yeah.
All right. As it stands, here's what the college football playoff, based on the latest rankings, here's what the college football playoff would look like. All right. Now we talked about this last show. Do we see any changes? There's really no changes here, is it? Oh, well, but BYU, why would BYU be in? Didn't they just lose the other day?
Yeah.
No, there was a reel that explained this, why BYU gets in, and it affected Tennessee. Why Tennessee isn't? It has to do with the fact that the top four will be are always going to be conference, basically the conference leaders.
Whoa, say that again.
So the top four teams are always going to be
Power
Five conference.
Okay, I got you. All right.
BYU gets in, eliminates Tennessee because
hold that thought. We got a comment. Let's get to this comment. Oh my gosh, look who it is. Oh. Told you them Bucks weren't gonna make it in. But Doc, guess what? They not done yet. It ain't over. They're not done yet. They're gonna come back next week probably, or whatever it is, and redo. They're gonna have another thing, a re-ranking.
Is it
right? Yeah. It's early.
Yeah, Doc, put the ham knuckle sauce down. Put it down. Stop it.
But now
you're drinking too much of that stuff, buddy. Told you them Bucks weren't gonna make it in. So, Double J, you got Colorado in it?
As of now, no, unfortunately. And this is where why the SEC folks are also up in arms about this, because they're wanting.
Well, they're gonna always be up in arms. The SEC is because they feel they have a false sense of entitlement. What they are is not who they were. The SEC is still strong, but it's not what it was when Nick Saban first took the job.
So here's the thing. They're claiming and would prefer that basically it go by the true top 12. No preferential order for any kind of conference leader or champion for that matter. So just give us the best 12 as they're ranked and then go on from there.
That's how it should be. That was the whole
premise. So you're in agreement for that. You don't, but see, this is why I'm saying what you started with, which is they're under scrutiny for not letting, we'll say, the non-Big Tens and SECs getting their teams in. They're actually doing that.
Okay, but wait a minute.
You're saying by doing it this way,
they are infuriating the SEC. Because the SEC is looking at this and saying there's not a chance that if you put Georgia versus Indiana or Tennessee versus Indiana by strength of schedule, that they're even remotely in the same class.
No, you should. No. Okay, but then to Gully's point, then show me a team that's in this playoff bracket currently, and any other team is who on the outside looking in, but it's close. Whose strength of schedule, or as Gully said, look at the opponents that Ohio State has scheduled: Alabama, Notre Dame, Georgia, Penn State, Ole Miss, Indiana, Texas, Miami, Oregon, Boise, all of them. Look at their schedules.
Well, no, that's the thing. Indiana's is in, like, it's by itself, essentially. We did this on Saturday briefly with just Boise State, because when we were talking about the shift that could occur, and my theoretical please everyone as best we can, which was a cutoff line at 18. Meaning,
so you suggesting it should be an 18-team playoff?
Correct. And at that point, because everybody beyond that, there were like 2 exceptions that were 3-loss teams. But at that point, you ain't gonna get very far with we're the 3-loss SEC team. You know.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Of course, we're gonna make excuses.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get to a couple of the comments. Doc weighing in again. He said they got to win out. He's talking about Colorado. They got to win out. I still don't think they make it. And then he said again, I've talked to him about this Saturday. He talked to you about it Saturday. Okay, go ahead. Finish your thought now.
Yeah. So again, by expanding to 18, you can either change this number here by 1 or 2, moving them forward. So now
what number?
The first quarterfinals, if you will.
No. You don't mean the first round?
Right. Where I'm saying is by expanding that.
Oh, okay. You're talking about where Boise State is sitting at right now, the quarterfinal, the actual quarterfinal. What it
does, you can have a caveat that because you're a conference winner, it guarantees you a place in the first or quarterfinal round based on criteria such as insert strength of schedule. So that way,
so you get a bye. Is that what you're saying?
State,
bye?
Correct. So again, a team like Boise State automatically in the quarterfinals is garbage,
bro.
Because they're hang on a second. No. If we were to go through their schedule like we did on Saturday,
but you can say the same for any of the teams wherever they at.
No, dude, they played no one that was good except for Oregon, and they lost.
Do you think the Sugar Bowl is going to pay attention? Do you think the Sugar Bowl wants a first round matchup between BYU and Indiana? No.
Yeah, but
but that's my point here. It wouldn't be the Sugar Bowl. Why would it be the Sugar Bowl or the Rose Bowl? It wouldn't
because we gotta remember the landscape as it exists now. The landscape as it exists now is these bowl games happen on New Year's Day. They're part of our culture. These bowl games happen on New Year's Day. They are sponsored by whatever corporate sponsor. There are millions of dollars tied into a game like the Sugar Bowl happening.
But wait a minute. We just watched 75 million people tune in to a man's behind. And
please, did you have to say that? Oh my gosh!
Yeah, on that day, Double J. On that day.
But so you're telling me that we can't get 12 million to tune in?
You telling me? All right, listen. So So traditionally, the Big Ten at large, or
what happened the last time Boise State? I'll stand up for them a little bit.
Hold on.
First of all, they have the high.
No.
Let him finish that thought, Double J. Let him finish that thought. Go ahead.
The Rose Bowl is a game by agreement. Either they're going to get the Big Ten #1 versus the ACE.
Oh, no question.
Versus the Pac-10 #1, right?
Exactly.
There is no Pac-10.
There's no more Pac-10, right? So you can get the Big Ten #1 unless the Big Ten #1 was inside of the playoff or otherwise a national championship.
No, right? But now the Rose Bowl is a part of the playoff. Correct.
I know it is now. Understand the quality of the game that's being played at the Rose Bowl compared to what it was built as.
Oh,
to have an 18
so you saying So you saying part of the Rose Bowl's lore is them Marcus Allen USC Trojans,
right? You telling me you
Ohio State,
BYU
Joe Germains and David Boston
in Pasadena?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, we would.
All right. So yeah. Now hold on. Stick with me here because I'm still here, right? So potentially BYU versus Indiana is going to be in the Rose Bowl because they're part of the playoff. Meanwhile, somehow by some twist of fortune, the Sugar Bowl will get Georgia, Alabama. You think the Rose Bowl going to sit there and be okay with that?
Oh yeah, they're not going to. Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Why? Hang on. Why wouldn't they be? Because what happened the last time Boise State made it?
The last time Boise State made it, they neither were Georgia or Alabama.
They had Oklahoma, who was ranked just like Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah, but Oklahoma, they've been good throughout the year. They've been known for the Red River rivalry and all that, but they ain't no Alabama and Georgia.
Right. So the potential
to Gully's point though, the powers, the Big Ten, because now you're talking about boosters and all that old type of stuff. Right. Hey, Ohio State fans, they travel well, bruh. And listen, it's a lot of money behind Ohio State as it is Alabama and Georgia now. So the Big Ten powers to be, they take pride in their reputations.
You gonna tell me I'm gonna get BYU?
That's gonna crash the party and put this all to bed. It's a team that raised over $100 million in 24 hours. Who? That isn't even listed here.
Who? Harris?
SMU.
Oh,
Okay, well, they're the first team out. But listen, here's the
Kamala
thing.
Harris?
Yeah, right.
Let me stop.
But listen, here's the thing.
But
listen, here's the thing. The reason why, in part, that the Big Ten would have a problem with it, because the Big Ten is always, especially, it's most, not oftentimes, it's either Ohio State or Michigan. They are marquee TV. SMU may have got over $100 million, like you said, but they ain't marquee TV.
Based on what? The 1980s? Hey,
right.
We're done with the 80s. We're done with the 80s.
You
need to tell me. Double J.
So if you are SEC garbage, ask them what happened at
Hold on. You can't be done. How you gonna be done with the 80s? You was born in 84. You can't be done with the 80s. Oh, stop it.
No, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, we can't. These teams can't
what I'm
become
saying
powerhouses.
is, okay, so listen.
They wouldn't sell 60 million copies of the NCAA game, and people wouldn't go and do exactly that with these.
Hey, I tell you what,
if it wasn't possible.
What I'm saying is,
the Big Ten having the Rose Bowl. Listen, SMU fans and Boise State fans will show up in the Rose Bowl, but they won't show up like USC and Ohio State.
I disagree.
Stop it.
Because guess what? You get spoiled going there year in and year out.
No, you don't. No, you don't, bro. It becomes a part of your.
Ask the school that hasn't been there in a while.
All right,
what IU's doing with football.
Okay, so let me ask you. Hold on, let me ask you this question.
So how many Fiesta Bowls? All right, so listen. Once Ohio State won that national championship, how many Fiesta Bowls did they get invited to in the year since? So we talk about from 2002 when they won the national championship versus
because there's qualifiers.
All right, no. So in the year since, when they failed to reach the BCS national championship, they somehow rather consistently got invited to the Fiesta Bowl. And that was very great for the Fiesta Bowl folks, compared to having Ohio State going to the Rose Bowl. And there was a reason for that, because Ohio State revenue and viewership and money was very attractive for the Fiesta Bowl.
To do with record.
Huh?
Bruh, it got more to do. It got more to do with who won the review than to do your record.
Everything to do with record.
Nah, bro.
The Rose Bowl went. The first place team from the Big Ten went that way.
Right. Okay, but let me ask you this question. Let me ask you two questions. One, every time Ohio State played in the Rose Bowl, were they always the number one team? Two, well, I don't know if I want to say this. What do they call the Rose Bowl?
The granddaddy of them all.
The granddaddy. So do you think the granddaddy want to see BYU and SMU over Ohio State and Michigan,
and this is where I
Ohio State and
why
Alabama?
Would that be the case? Because again, with the expansion, their bowl games don't.
So what you're saying is based on an 18 game thing. Is what you're saying?
They're playing the first round in.
Yeah, no, an 18 game thing. Then what his scenario is plausible. In an 18 game playoff.
You're not playing a first round in the Rose Bowl. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, no, the Rose Bowl gonna be one of the bowls. It's gonna be one of the
it'll be
semifinals. It'll be a semifinal.
It had to be a semifinal. Yeah, a semifinal matchup.
Yeah.
Quarterfinal.
Okay, that's my point. At that stage, you know what? If somebody made it that far, then you know what? They deserve it.
Then they deserve it. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with that. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with that. I'm with you.
Okay, I get
I'm
you
with
there.
you. I'm with you.
In
other words,
you don't. I'm going to clown UConn. I'm going to clown your two-time back-to-back. Whatever.
Hey, don't do that.
Guy wants
don't do that because he turned down the Lakers job. Don't do that.
No, he should have left. He deserves it. He had to clown, and so he wants to parade around. But for as big or good as they are, they couldn't. They had to have Arizona State students in their student section on a national championship, pretending that they were UConn fans. So F out of here with all that.
Hey, wait a minute there now. Oh my gosh, this dude's dropping bombs. Oh my gosh.
Oh hell no.
Anyway, well, that actually makes sense though, Gully. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
To a degrry. In an 18 play. Because here's what he's saying is you don't want the Rose Bowl. You're not getting no Rose Bowl in the first round.
You're not. But the challenge is, all right, to make it an 18-game playoff, when would the playoff season start?
When do your conference champion? When do your conference championship?
Remember them bye week bull hit?
Hey, what you drinking, man? This dude right here, man. My gosh.
You know how LSU is playing Wofford this week? Or Waffle Collins? Somebody?
Yeah.
That's now gone. That's how you get that to happen. Or unfortunately.
But then you won't need the 18-team playoff then.
You would allow.
No,
it would allow for
it. All right, so look. So we're about.
I think you do though, Gully. In order to fit in what he's talking about,
you eliminate 1 week, and everyone right now, everybody they don't have to play week 0, and then somewhere between 1 to however total number of games prior to the conference championship, you eliminate one of those weeks.
Yep.
So you'll see 2 approaches. You'll see teams choose to use the week 0, which will allow for an additional bye, because again, I think you'll see a lot of them now opt to use week 0 in order to get some kind of mid-season rest.
So week 0 is what, end of August?
Say that again, Gully. Your audio is choppy every now and again.
Okay, week 0 is end of August, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and then because we're at I don't know. I mean, we are in the second to last week, I believe, of the regular season, because next week is Thanksgiving, and that weekend is where many teams have their last game of the season. For example, Big Ten last game, and then the week following that is when we have our conference champions.
Right. So you could do it. And listen, if they could put a man on the moon, bro, they can figure this out. I don't want to hear that.
Depending on which side of Instagram or TikTok, that's debatable if that even happened.
What that got to do? Well, okay. Well,
right.
Here you go with alternative media. Oh my gosh. Who stole the American dream? Entertainment media. This guy right here. Anywho, let's look at some of these first round matchups. Be honest with you. If the playoffs took place today, I'm telling you right now, Ohio State gonna mop BYU. Alabama gonna mop
BSU.
Yeah, I was going to say some BSU too.
Hey, I got him going now.
Ohio State going no, but I'm just saying, I'm making these picks not off who's ranked 5, 8, or 7. I'm based off of how they play. Okay, Ohio State gonna mop BYU. Alabama gonna mop Notre Dame. Georgia will mop Penn State. The only game in the first round that I would be intrigued to see, am I saying that right? Or I would find intriguing is Ole Miss Indiana.
Yep, because of the parity. Those teams are the most evenly matched.
Exactly. But all the rest of them, man, please.
Now I'm gonna tell you something that I think.
Hold that thought. We got a comment. Mrs. Alva's weighing in again. She says, "Wait," with an exclamation mark. And she all caps. Whoa, that must be serious. Where did that man on the moon go to school, Double J? He went to Michigan State. Is that what you're asking us? Oh, what day where he go to school at? And why she ask him? Why she ain't ask me? Okay, I see how you doing this day.
He didn't want to ask any classmates.
No, I don't want the answer. That's what I was saying. I don't want the answer. I gave the answer.
She didn't want to ask any of his classmates.
It's
what?
Of course, he went to Purdue.
I'm
like 13 others.
I knew what that. Listen, I knew like David Bell. Yeah, where is he at now? Like that's what we should do a segment. Like where are they now? Okay, David Bell. I saw him at Whataburger right next to Zion. Zion was ordering, and David Bell was on the fries. I'm just saying.
The one breaking news.
Breaking news. A lawsuit has been filed against Netflix over the Tyson Paul fight streaming issues.
What's the lawsuit? What?
Yeah, what
is the lawsuit?
Oh,
the
man.
baddest streaming on the planet. Although how 70 million was really going to put it to the test, I guess.
So I'm trying to figure out how could 70-some million people watch it, but it kept buffering, from my understanding.
All right. So what is the lawsuit?
What did you? Yeah, like, oh man, boy, the sensitivity. Ralph Tresvant, where you at when we need you?
No, he all over this. That's why they're suing.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we're gonna take another break.
It sucks, but I don't think I need to sue. Like, okay, they tried something, they anticipated it was gonna work. It's consumerism. Like, it was elective. Like, you don't have to watch it. This was not a
nobody made you.
Right. This was not a mandatory. Hey, listen, this is a national press release from President Biden about something that imminently needs to happen, and you can't get to the internet because of so, and that's a lawsuit. But it was entertainment. Like, you saw a dude at 58.
Yeah, they wasn't talking about loan forgiveness, student loan forgiveness. I tell you,
right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
on, man.
Tuning in for that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna take another break. When we come back, we're gonna continue a little bit.
Hey, I got
football.
Yeah, okay, cool. I got something to say about this playoff and rankings.
Yeah, and then afterward, we're gonna go to the NFL Hall of Fame finalists. The list 25 finalists have been named to the Hall of Fame list, and we want to see if you think or they thought Mrs. Alva LOL is the lawsuit a class action lawsuit. Ha ha ha. No, but we already know the lawyers of Purdue, they still on the broken train. So I don't know about that. But anyway, when we get back, we're gonna fill y'all in on the rest. Hold that thought right there, baby. It's your boy BSJ.
Cleaning the cracks on your pavement surfaces can take hours and be torturous on your body. Until now. Bicracky Weed Removal Tool was designed specifically to clean pavement cracks in a fraction of the time, all while standing up. Bicracky's patented design incorporates a two-sided steel blade and is encased by a durable fiberglass shell. Simply use the large end to clean big gaps, then rotate and use the small tip for narrow gaps. Made in the USA, Bicracky eliminates weeds to the root and is environmentally friendly. Bicracky. Save your back while you clean your crack.
All right, we are back, man. For whatever reason, every time I hear that towards the end, stepping on cracks and breaking backs and all of that, that just don't sound right, man. You got to ask them, Double J. They need to reword that or do something. Or give us another.
It sounds exactly as intended.
Yeah, well,
you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, I see what you tried to do there. You tried to get me to say something, you know what I'm saying? But that's right.
Exactly as intended.
Yeah, put the milkshake away. Anywho, the first round games again would be uninteresting.
Whoa, what?
Listen, so hold on a minute, Double J. You being a sports fan, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And part owner of the Harlem Globetrotters. Okay.
A few other teams, Minnesota.
I know. We know.
Soccer team.
We know.
And
you're trying to tell me
where Luca's from.
You're trying to tell me, even though they won't, let's say hypothetically, all 4 first round games came on at the same time, but on 4 different networks, right? Which of the 4 first round games do you think would draw the most viewership? Which of the first 4 round games do you think would be compelling for 60 minutes?
All right, Alabama, Notre Dame would draw the most viewers.
Okay, that's why I reworded that, because I kind of caught myself. Which of the 4 do you think would be the most compelling in terms of how it would be played?
But hang on a second. But this is then, therefore, this is where a problem now occurs. Okay. Because how can you, the fan and analyst, simultaneously both ask for expansion and then have the ability to say, well, I didn't want these kind of matchups. So what do you want? Do you want the SEC versus everybody? No. What are we wanting here?
No. I'm talking strictly on how it will play out. I didn't say, listen.
I'm going to give you a few things that could ruffle the feathers, if you will, and I think potentially make these scenarios look even potentially worse. And by what the
Double J. No, I think you misunderstand me. Listen.
No. I'm saying
if you're BYU
if Indiana beats Ohio State this weekend, and if Army beats Notre Dame, you will see both of them not only in, but guaranteed in for certain.
Okay, so wait a minute now. Listen, anybody else that's 10-0, if it's Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame, we wouldn't be having this discussion on if they get in or should they get in, right? So your record is what your record, you are what your record says you are, so to speak, in terms of record. So What I'm saying to you is I'm not even talking about Indiana because I think they deserve to be there. I'm just talking strictly on, listen, if you're BYU and you did what you did according to your schedule, and as a result, excuse me, y'all, did you get a spot in the playoff? First round, last round, no round. Okay, I'm not, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the round is, the playoffs are set. Hypothetically, let's say the playoffs are set. You as a viewer, you done got your snacks, your bunny slippers, everything. You getting ready to sit down and watch one of these 4 games. Which game are you like? Oh, I got it. I gotta see that. Or better yet, I tell you, let me reword. Let me say it this way. In BYU, Ohio State, give me a final score prediction. All this is based on hypotheticals now, but give me you just as long as you've been watching sports and watching Ohio State and watching BYU, give me a final score prediction in that game as we're looking at it right now.
38-10.
No, I'm going 30-27.
Oh, stop it. Oh, you know. Oh, no.
What BYU says that they're going to put up 27 points on Ohio State?
Offense isn't their issue at all.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what then, Double J. You being the line guy.
What would BYU says they're going to put up 27 points on Ohio State defense?
That against the ranked opponents that they've played, they've had.
But they ain't played. Listen, you can play if Alcorn State was ranked, that's Alcorn State. They ain't played Ohio State. It's a reason why Ohio State is one of the big boys.
Then what are we doing with these conferences now?
Listen,
look,
they need to just make a super
league. We need. They need to make a
super. They need to make a super.
I told you we were on our way there.
Hey, listen, that's what they need to do. That's what they need to do.
It already exists. There's 3 conferences.
But that's why I'm saying I've already theoretically laid the framework for this out years ago.
The Big Ten got 20 teams. That's a Big 10, if you ask me.
Well, but that's my point here. Like, if we're going to dismiss the quality of anybody else, and again, look, I'm not typically the last person you'd think that would come to IU's aid. But
well, we know that
if they were to lose to
can you be
Ohio
impartial
State,
on this? Can you be impartial for this particular subject?
Well, I think I'm being very fair.
No, I don't think so.
If they were to lose to the number 5 team in the country, or well, I'm sorry, number 2 by actual AP ranking,
right?
On the road, are you really going to punish them for that?
Who?
Any more than you would have Tennessee with Georgia?
Okay, so again. Give you said 30-27. I ain't buying that. I think that's you just for the camera's sake. I think that's what you're doing right there.
I've watched BYU a few times. The only team, again, that was a rivalry game that they struggled against. But
man, listen,
I watched
Steve Young is not the quarterback, bro.
Thank you. Neither is Ty Detmer. Listen, I do not like Ohio State football at all. But I am sitting here telling you right now, I've seen Ohio State play the Clemsons, the Alabamas, the Florida States when they were relevant. I'm talking about all them teams we've been talking about since we've been watching sports far more often than I've seen BYU play anybody that could go and match their mettle. Ohio State is battle tested against those teams who are always in the conversation at the end. BYU is not. So I'm saying Ohio State is not today what they were when Robert Smith was roaming the field and Eddie George or Maurice Clarett. I get it, but they still are Ohio State, and they have a pedigree. I'm telling you right now, Ohio State will mop the floor with BYU 35-9.5, and that's because somebody got put out at second base or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Oh, remind me again, who did Ohio State beat this year?
I don't care who they beat this year.
Except for Oregon.
They have a listen.
Everybody except for Oregon. So again, by everybody, it's an unranked Iowa team.
Here we go.
An unranked Nebraska team.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep. Exactly.
They beat Penn State by 7.
Exactly.
They lost to Oregon.
They beat. Hold on. They beat who? They beat the 4th ranked team in the nation by 7.
Yes, and they lost to the only team ranked above them.
Yeah, which is the number 1 team in the country.
Listen, what I'm saying to you is
so again, who have they actually beaten?
Everybody except for Oregon.
Everybody wants to bag on Penn State and say they don't belong either.
They don't.
But you're telling me they
I
are.
would not say. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, Barbershop. I wouldn't say that.
Ohio State's marquee win, because that's the only signature win. Who's Ohio State?
What I'm saying to you is, I'm basing
what I said about Alabama. Alabama. Go ahead.
I'm basing what I'm asking you. I'm not basing it solely off this year. I'm basing it off Ohio State's listen for the same reason Browns fans still mad as Steelers fans. Different sport, different.
But the same guy that said that they haven't won a national title since.
Yeah, that's because listen, hold on. Yeah, listen, I said that, but that's because I be getting Ohio State fans keep giving me crap about that win against Miami when I used to be a staunch Miami Hurricane fan. That's where that comes from. But as a football fan, I'm telling you right now, Ohio State has beat more big boys in my lifetime and have been consistent at it than I've seen. I ain't seen BYU play in a real relevant game since Ty Detmer or didn't Jim McMahon go there too?
So wouldn't you think then that the last time, again, this is what I mean about these teams that aren't normally there.
Mm-hmm.
He's suggesting that BYU go up to Ohio State. Just say it, Double J.
Well,
just say it, bro.
But listen, first of all,
just stand over.
That's what you're driving
Ohio
at.
State has really done anything to warrant the ranking.
No. Say what you said.
One ranked team. Bro.
Okay, how many times has Ohio State played in big games? How many times has Ohio State played in big games?
How many times then why don't the recruiting classes matter?
I said this for years. Alabama.
And why does what they did before matter?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Because it speaks to where Ohio State is available at this year. Alabama was afforded for years, and even now, they're afforded the luxury of having a soft cupcake schedule in their regular season, because when it comes time for SEC championship, when it comes time for college football playoff and national championship, you see that team plays like a champion plays. You see the level of talent, the level of skill. You see that team has a reputation that precedes itself, and they qualify it. So they are afforded the opportunity to play at Alcorn State or Citadel or whomever they want to play to just get glorified practice in the regular season. What Barbershop is suggesting, shockingly, what is also what I'm suggesting, shockingly, because we both have the same criticism about Ohio State, that historically, when the lights are the brightest, they tend not to show up very well. They have an uneven schedule. Ohio State.
Well, wait a minute. Okay.
However, they largely to play competitively.
Your audio. You got to say that
they
again.
largely play competitively against some ranked teams. Remember, there was a year when back when USC was in their era of dominance, maybe shortly after Reggie Bush. There was the home and home. Ohio State and USC.
Right.
First year in Pasadena, Ohio State got their mouth tore out. The second year, Ohio State did lose, but the game was within a touchdown. Okay. Ohio State played LSU in a national championship. They didn't win. They lost 24-10, but they were more competitive in that game than they were prior. They had the 2 versus Clemson, and they were competitive. They did come up on the losing end, but they did still compete. When it came to Clemson, Clemson had to earn it. Okay. So
in other words, what you're saying is, how many times has Ohio State played in the game that they look like they belong in the game against big boys, whether they won or lost?
Much more frequently than BYU.
Okay, because here's the thing. When he talking about strength of schedule,
now we're getting participation points.
No,
we talking about competitive. We talking about the competitive balance.
We talking about competitive balance. Thank you. BYU, hold on, Double J. Hold on. BYU lost to who? BYU just lost to who? Who did BYU just lose to?
Probably Kansas.
They lost to Kansas. They scored 13 points against Kansas, but you think they're going to score 27 against Ohio State?
Where was Kansas at the beginning of the year?
I don't care. We talking about right now, remember? Where they at now?
Well, right. But again,
they worlds apart from Ohio State.
Ohio State has one ranked win. They have one ranked win. So you're telling me that means they're the number 2 team in the country?
No. Aren't you the guy that just 5 minutes ago said, well, recruiting classes don't matter?
Well, no, that was based on our host. That was
No, I'm telling you, bro. I'm asking you.
Don't put me in it.
Recruiting classes matter. So recruiting classes matter, right?
Don't put me in it.
Oh no, not according to our host.
No, I'm talking to you now.
No, don't
get me out of it.
The freshmen don't typically play, right? That was what it was. And
whatever the case may be, Georgia's defense was still Georgia's defense after they lost 28 starters.
That's what my point here.
That's what the point was.
Alabama beat Georgia. Alabama beat Wisconsin.
Okay.
Alabama beat South Carolina that was ranked.
Okay, so let's put it this way. Let's do it this way.
Are you telling me they're even remotely those?
So hold on. Does Ohio State beat ranked Penn State? Going to play ranked Indiana, right? This week. So they would have. So by the time it's all said and done, they would have played 3 of the top
Your audio,
10.
Gully. Your audio. Go ahead.
By the time it's all said and done, they will have played 3 of the top 10 teams in the country. And if Ohio State shows up, they'll probably end up 2-1 versus the top 10 teams in the country. What about that says that they're gonna come up short against BYU?
No,
who couldn't beat a Kansas team.
They scored. I'm asking him that question. I want to know from him. Still, I asked the question first.
About a 1-game playoff.
Yep.
That again, the same reason
BYU scored 13 points against Kansas, and I didn't even know Kansas was still in the league. I didn't even know Kansas still had a team.
Score 38 points
against who?
Against who? You can't even name this. You can't even listen. Who else is in BYU's conference? What conference are they in?
All I'm pointing out is the obvious,
the Mountain 45.
That Ohio State struggled with Nebraska.
BYU.
When the heck has Nebraska been anything? Look, I know
first of all, Ohio State playing Nebraska is almost like that's like the AFC.
They haven't been good since Scott Frost was on the field as a player.
First of all, Frosty is the name of the donut shop I go to, so leave them out of it. They ain't got nothing to do with this. Second of all, Ohio State playing Nebraska is like the 2 AFC North teams playing. You throw the records out because they in the same neighborhood. They in the same conference or whatever you want to call that.
They're delusional.
Okay, all right. Well, just call me Mister. That's all. Just put Mister in front of it. Thank you very much.
When has Nebraska been to a Big Ten championship?
I don't care.
Oh, that's right. Okay, all right. Well, I know Purdue's at least appeared in one, so now based on recency bias, Purdue should be the better of the 2 teams. That's my point here.
No,
hasn't been back since the 80s.
I'm trying to figure out. All right, listen. All right, Southern Illinois.
BYU couldn't score but 13 points against Kansas. What makes you think that they're going to score 27 points against Ohio State? That's all I want to know.
Southern Illinois.
What did BYU show you that they're going to put up 27 points against Ohio State?
SMU, Wyoming.
Hey, did you say
Kansas
some type of
State.
U? What type of U did you just say? Don't do that now.
The SMU team that he keeps bigging up as well.
That's
Wyoming.
Right. That's right.
Kansas State, Baylor, Arizona, Oklahoma State. UCF, Utah, Kansas. Oh, boy, we got that vaulted Arizona State coming up. Oh, man.
Your audio.
I don't know what's going to happen. Man, we've got the juggernauts at Houston to end the season for BYU. Man, I don't know. Hey, listen, they win that Houston game, they might just win a national championship.
I'm just trying to tell you. You know why? Because Houston don't have Andre Ware.
So then my point is that, again, you guys are making my point for me here.
Oh, absolutely not. You like saying that.
So then are you going to have either a separate tournament, if you will, for only those that are deemed truly worthy, because the rest of the Power 5 isn't capable because of the way that the current non-conference schedule allows.
Okay, let me ask you this. Georgia lost twice. Who did Georgia?
You're not going to line up 3 weeks in a row 3 SEC teams unless
we know that
you're trying to save your program and make about $8 million.
Who did Georgia lose to? Georgia's 2 losses are to whom?
Alabama.
Oh, it ain't so.
They got smacked by Ole Miss too.
Well,
so you're telling me.
First of all, my man Dart be on darts. Don't. Hey, listen. Hey now. Ole Miss. Huh? What did he just say? Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, let's just move on. Okay, let's just say for the sake of its and giggles, because we do got a lot more show left to go, and we got to get out of here. Let's say for the sake of its and giggles, Woo. Ohio State. I'm telling you right now, Ohio State will. What did I say? Ohio State will advance. Alabama will advance. Georgia will advance, and Miss Indiana, that's a pick 'em. Roll
there
Tide.
it is.
Roll by Kenya. Shout out there now. Roll Tide, baby. I'm gonna say Ole Miss will advance over Indiana because Dart, I think, he's that good. I don't know if he NFL ready yet or type guy. I don't know where he would be at in that conversation.
We'll speed it up. I think everybody's in agreement. Move the 3 SEC teams forward and the 1 Big Ten team.
No, what do you mean?
Yeah, no, that is what you said though. Essentially,
I said Ohio State will advance. Yeah, Alabama will advance. Okay, okay, so where? Yeah, Ole Miss. Okay, my bad. Ole Miss is SEC. My bad. Okay, so
now who are you gonna pick here with your Hurricanes?
Now,
stop? I'm not a Miami Hurricanes fan anymore. They lost to Georgia Tech twice. Them days are gone. Wesley Carroll, Rohan Marley, Bob Marley's son, by the way. They used to call him Thumper. Matter of fact, ask Ray Lewis who his roommate was at Miami.
Oh, a different reason.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. No Diddy. Oh my gosh, this dude right here. Anyway, I'm telling you right now, Ohio State will mop Boise. That Alabama, Oregon.
That's an intriguing matchup.
Georgia, Miami. Georgia will mop the floor because Miami's defense is horrendous. That's terrible and horrendous.
Get Oregon out of here, man.
No, why? Why? Because they beat Ohio State.
Are we going to do this with them too?
I'm just saying. Okay, so if not
they
for
beat
Oregon,
Ohio State by 1.
Okay, a win is a win, right? Anywho, if not Oregon, who would you put there? Purdue? Absolutely not.
Purdue's actually played half this field, so
yeah, I know, and yeah, that's why they're not here right now.
No, exactly.
But hang on a second.
Right we just talk about Ohio State had 2 ranked wins. Hang on a second. Ohio State had 2 ranked wins.
Okay,
played half this field.
And how many ranked wins do they have?
Had the strength of schedule.
How many ranked wins do they have, though?
Well, no, that's not the point.
That is the point.
You know, exactly the point. I can already answer these questions because I've actually seen these teams play.
Stop
the rest of these guys all ducked each other.
That is exactly the point. You can't be selective.
They all ducked each other. That's my point.
Okay. Oh, now we talking about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I didn't think we was doing that right now. Talking about ducking. Anyway, if it walk like one and quack like one, the show ain't no giraffe. I'm just saying.
This is the whole point that this is the same issue that the SEC is making. That when
the
you have
SEC
a
is
team
going
like
to
this,
always be mad about something.
So
okay,
again, you ready? Okay, Oregon's ranked wins. I'm trying to find them.
No, I'm more interested in Purdue's schedule.
Yeah, let's hear. You
Purdue's. Who they really want to hear Purdue's schedule?
Yeah, because
Indiana State.
No.
Notre Dame.
Let him tell it.
Oregon State.
Let him tell it. Purdue State, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, Josh Allen and the Bills, the Steelers, the Lions.
It feels like that.
Don't feel like that. Please.
Well, wait a minute. Hang on. So look at your field right here.
Hold on. Playing. All right. See, they saying that they played these teams is what you have to do because, in fact, that was a game played. These scores suggest
that's irrelevant.
No, it's not irrelevant. You can't pick and choose what's relevant. Right? You can't pick and choose relevancy. Anyway, let's keep moving, man, because that's what he can ready to do. He can ready to be selective relevance is what he can ready to do.
Arrested for fraud.
Anyway,
that coach needs to be arrested for fraud.
Okay, yeah, right. Well, he ain't the only one. There's a lot of fraud.
And theft for stealing all that money from the
one I love most is 66-7.
Oh wow! Wow!
Yeah, they just put the
tacked on a field
down.
Goal at the end, huh? Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of that going around here. You know what I'm saying?
They played Notre Dame.
No. They arrived on the field. I don't know if they played, bro.
Yeah, they showed up, and that's all you can ask for nowadays.
They might as well give me a little opportunity. Or at least, I should have suited up. I could have got me a varsity letter.
Oh wow! Here we go.
No way I would have did worse.
Save it, Al Bundy. This ain't Polk High.
4 touchdowns,
anyway.
1 game.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Ohio State would walk Boise. Alabama, Oregon. Ooh, that would be a pick.
Wait a minute. They got the Heisman Trophy winner. And so they're going to dog walk them?
bruh. Do you know how many Heisman Trophy winners teams that got walked? Stop. Anyway, Alabama, Oregon, I think would be Georgia would mop Miami. Cam Ward might do his thing, but in the end, Georgia, that's Georgia. Ole Miss, I say Ole Miss would be Texas. That would be my upset right there. I think Ole Miss would beat Texas.
No way.
So you got Ole Miss, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State
in the semifinals. Yes. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Wow.
And in the end, I'm just gonna jump out. You know me, I like jumping out the plane at 50,000 feet with no parachute. I'm gonna say in the end. Now, mind you, let me remind y'all. When I say I don't like Ohio State football, don't
sound like it.
Yeah, hey, you say it with your teeth, right? Well, you gotta say it with your teeth.
Hey, listen, Gully, no, I don't. I can't. Hey, listen, don't make me bring no real Ohio State fans on here. And they'll tell you, I'm gonna go to the shop and record it, and we're gonna play the video. They'll tell you, I'm a football fan first, bro. I'm gonna give it up to you if you're doing what you're doing the way you need to be done. And in this round, if it shake out like it is right here, right now, Ohio State gonna be in the national championship, bro. Period. Point blank. And it's gonna be against Ole Miss. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
Absolutely. I'm saying it right now. That's right. I jumped out the plane. Hey, they still ain't found DB Cooper. They ain't gonna find BSJ neither, baby. I'm just trying to tell you. But anyway, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the NFL Hall of Fame finalist list and see if you all agree with some of the folks that's on there. And as per ongoing discussion or debate back and forth, I've been going with a guy named RB. He say Eli Manning will get in the Hall of Fame only simply because of his last name. I say Eli Manning get in because of who he beat, his favorite boys, Aaron or Sharon Rodgers and Brett Favre. We be right back.
And Tom Brady.
Don't touch it. Don't you touch it. And Tom Brady. Oh, he sure did. That's what
I'm saying. You watching the Shop Report.
I'm Harvey Diallo, and you watching the Shop Report.
My name's Chris Murray, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Oh, you're Jay Knight, you're watching the Shop Report.
Max McKee, you're dropping in on the Shop Report.
Barbershop Jay, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Hi, I'm Mars Man. We're at Mercury Stadium, and you're watching the Shock Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Commander Brown, Detroit Rivers Mountain Training, and I'm watching the Shop Report.
Hey, this is Doug Flynn of the New York Mets. Well, a few other teams, of course, too. And you're watching the Shop Report.
I'm Matt Ramos, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? I'm Rajay Davis, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? This is Nelson Figueroa, former Major League pitcher with a lot of teams. You're about to listen to the Shop Report.
Hey, this is Howard Johnson. You're watching the Shop Report.
Hi, I'm Heath Bell from the New York Mets, and you're listening to the Shop Report podcast. Yeah!
Hey, I'm Josh Tolley, former catcher of the New York Mets, and you're watching the Shop Report.
This is Edgardo Alfonso for the Mets, and you're listening to Shop Report.
Hey, this is Doc Gooden, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Hello, this is Mike Hampton, and you're watching Shop Report.
Hey, this is Herman Harvey, former NFL offensive lineman with the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens, and you're listening to the Shop Report.
All right, we are back. We're getting ready to throw that list, the Hall of Fame finalists up here for you right quick, or whatever the case may be. Double J, you want me to put the list up, or you want me to read it off? Oh, here we go. All right. Oh, wow, I can't see nothing. And I got
Wow.
I got on Coke.
I can read it off to you.
I don't need you to. I got on Coke bottle bottoms. Let me do my own thing over here. I might set the screen on fire. I'm just saying. So, wow, really? Why you magnify it to 1,000? That's so disrespectful. This is what I'm talking about right now.
Man, this is a crazy list, bro.
Anyway, here's the list of Hall of Fame finalists. All right. You all probably can't see the whole 25. Double J, put us on the side so we can see the why we like this. My bad.
You got it.
What I do here? Hold up, bro.
I feel like I'm on the Brady Bunch.
What are you doing, Double J? Let it be.
I'm moving it so you could get on the side.
Okay, all right. Well, can you Can you expand it again? I don't even know what he said. And I don't even care to know. Not today. Can you expand it again for me, please?
Can't.
Oh, okay. Well, I can read it. Don't matter. Okay, let me do it. Let's do it like this. You all out there, the viewers and whatnot, you all can see the list. I barely can, even though I got on again Coke bottle bottoms. I'll read his here from a phone. The list consists of Eric Allen, who was a cornerback with the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, he played for a few teams, but the Eagles most notably. Jared Allen, defensive end. Willie Anderson, tackle. Anquan Bolden, Jahari Evans, Antonio Gates, James Harrison, Rodney Harrison, Torrey Holt, Luke Kuechly, Eli Manning, Robert Mathis, Steve Smith Sr., Terrell Suggs, Fred Taylor, Earl Thomas, Adam Vinatieri, Hines Ward. Oh my gosh. Ricky Waters, Reggie Wayne, Richmond Webb.
Wow.
Vince Wilfork, Steve Wisniewski, Darren Woodson, and Marshall Yanda.
Man.
I'm telling you right now.
How many go into class?
Oh, yeah. How many do go in, Double J? That's a good question.
I think it said above. Hang on, 4 to 8 will be selected.
4 to 8.
So,
wow.
So going off this list, I'm gonna give you my 8.
Ooh.
Antonio Gates, Eli Manning, Steve Smith, Adam Vinatieri, Hines Ward, Reggie Wayne. What's that, 6?
Yeah, you got 6.
Fred Taylor.
That's just 7.
Man. Torrey Holt. Because I'm telling you right now, I appreciate the fact that Ricky Waters.
Reggie Wayne?
Yeah, I said Reggie Wayne.
Okay.
I appreciate the fact that Ricky Waters is on the list, but if Ricky Waters,
I don't.
Well, slow down there, Kimosabi. If Ricky Waters get in and
Roger Craig
is still not in, and Javon Walker, I believe, for the Packers.
Yeah.
He not in. I'm sorry, not Javon Walker. Sterling Sharp.
Yeah.
Sterling Sharp and Roger Craig, why they not on this list? Over guys like, with all due respect now, Marshall Yanda. He was nice with the Ravens. I get it. Darren Woodson, yeah. And Darren Woodson was a great, good, well, I ain't say great, but he was solid. But what did Darren Woodson do other than that Super Bowl when Neil O'Donnell threw it right to him?
Well, you kind of just highlighted it.
Okay, well then, okay. So that's what. So in other words, all you got to do is make a play.
Ask that's the dude who intercepted Russell Wilson.
Listen, well, if that's the case, then why is Leon Lett not on this list?
His off the field stuff.
Oh well, okay. So in other words, we picking and choosing which criteria you want to use to.
Yeah, they are.
Yes. Do you remember the writers keep score?
Yeah, and see, I
think a bias too.
Yeah, no, and I think it became a fad. I think that there's a trend for Roger Craig. All the writers keep saying his time done passed. That's why he ain't on here. And that's why I don't think he's going to get in. The writers, for some reason, that became the thing to say, the thing to do for writers. His time is passed.
Yeah, they passed out a memo.
And I don't understand, be honest with you, right? I like Ricky Waters, but I don't see where he would get in before Fred Taylor for me.
Absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. Me either. I mean,
now,
it's
Double J,
a lot of
who's your 8?
Double J. Who's Double J? 8. Yeah, I want to.
So
Yeah,
give me Eli.
Hey, you know, hold on, real quick, Double J. Hold on, Double J. Hey, barbershop, write down your names.
Your
audio. Write down your names. When
My
you get
names?
a chance. Yeah, write down your 8. Make sure that we got it committed. Yeah, because
my name's Magnificent, Jay Skinnigan. I'm trying to say celery stick. Oh, you're not talking about my I thought I got many a moniker in this. On that side of town, they call me Jay Work. You know what I'm saying? Because the jumper baby, you know what I'm saying? Put your eye out. You know, that type of stuff. You know, you're not talking about me. So you ain't gonna let me have a moment. All right, I see what you're doing. This discriminatory is what it is. All right. I don't even remember my names now.
See, that's why I said it. That's why I said it.
I don't remember my name.
Double J, you understand the assignment. Write down your names. Record the names of the Hall of Famers.
What you trying to say? I failed in class or something? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, listen. Maintains focus, needs improvement.
Oh, wow. Okay. All righty then. All right. Check, please. The check is not in the mail. Not for you, buddy. And trust and believe, I'm gonna make sure your mail get delayed. Okay. I know people. I'm just saying.
Oh, go ahead, y'all showed up at the end of August.
That's all good. You know what I'm saying? That's why I hope the check expired after 180 days. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Double J. Give us your 18.
All right. So we're gonna go Eli. We'll go additionally Earl Thomas. We will also go Adam Vinatieri, then Antonio Gates, Eli, Earl, Adam, Suggs as well. Then,
he must have went to Purdue.
Nope.
I know, Arizona State.
And then give me Torrey Holt. Give me see, 2 more. Give me
Exactly.
No, give me
my gosh.
Wow,
I mean,
I'm really battling between these
it's
two.
okay. I mean, just let me know. I could have played some elevator music or something.
Yeah. Give me James Harrison and Vince Wilfork.
That's fair. I can live with that. Gully, what about you?
Eli Manning.
Hold on, your audio. Okay, go ahead.
Eli Manning, Luke Kuechly, Jared Allen, Antonio Gates.
Jared Allen played for the Cavs, bro. Stop playing.
Yeah, him too. Reggie Wayne, Rodney Harrison, Richmond Webb, and Adam Vinatieri.
Okay, that's fair. Now, last question before we get ready to do some of this week 12. We're going to take another break before we get to that. Then we finish off with the week 12. Of the players you have selected, give me your first ballots.
How many do I get to pick?
It's like 2, right? Is it 2? Yeah, I think it's 2.
Oh, the first ballot?
I believe so.
All right, so
Doc, where you at? Help us out, Doc.
So my first ballot will be Luke Kuechly. And then that is tough. Antonio Gates.
Yeah, I'm going to go Eli Manning, Antonio Gates.
But how? But wait a minute. How many first? That's a good question. I didn't. That's a good question. I should know this. How many first ballots? If 8, what is 8 are going in, right? So of the 8, how many can be first ballot?
Well, see, I think you're asking an unanswerable question because we don't know how many times.
Okay, yeah, no, my bad. I'm looking at my phone.
Well, no. Wait a minute. So there's never a new set number of new insurances.
No, my bad. No, I'm asking the question wrong. I'm asking because if this is your first time on it and you get in, that's your first ballot. My bad. Yeah, man. Whoa. Let's see what's in this. Woo, do not go in there. My bad, y'all. That's my faux pas. Let me give myself a button.
But I guess what you should have asked, what you're really asking is how many of our 8 do we believe will get in is really what we should be asking.
Yeah,
because we typically don't choose 8.
Right.
Oh, okay. I see. Who's our most likely? So let's say so of our 8. I guess in a roundabout way, who's our top 4?
Right.
Let's just basically, if we keep it to a minimum, who's our top 4? And on that 4, then, and on that
top 4,
go ahead.
Steve Smith, Eli, Luke Kuechly, Reggie Wayne. Oh no, my bad. Dang, we said 4, right?
Yep. Your top 4. So the minimum, right? We get our 8 finalists, our preferred, but who's our minimum?
I'm telling you, and I don't gamble, but I'm telling you right now who I got a feeling might get in off the rip. Because I don't know if is this his first time. Let me check something right quick. Adam Vinatieri is getting in.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that right. His contributions to the Patriots 1,700 Super Bowl.
No, here's the idea. Here's the idea. Adam Vinatieri is a key contributor to the 2 greatest teams of that decade, the Patriots. And then remember, he went to the Colts, and he was the kicker for the Colts when Eli finally got that Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, Adam Vinatieri. Yeah, no, yeah.
That's not Eli Peyton.
My bad. I'm to be honest with you, even though I've been going back and forth with RB about Eli Manning getting in.
Yeah.
Our contention was why he would get in based on what? RB says he would get in because his last name is Manning. I'm saying he would get in because of who he beat, and he won 2 Super Bowls and he beat Tom Brady. That's a lot to ignore. Okay. But I'm telling you right now, if it comes down to Eli and Vinatieri getting in over Eli. There's no question.
Yeah.
There's no question.
Well, to that point, I actually think he is going to be the X factor for a lot of guys not getting in, and unfortunately for the older guys.
What do you mean? Why? You talking about Vinatieri? Why? Why would he be the reason why not?
He's a destabilizer, right? He's the anomaly out of this. You don't traditionally see a whole load of kickers on there, right? And he happens to be the all-time points leader. And as you pointed out, he was a part of essentially maybe not 2 dynasties, but certainly would have been on an all-decade team. And now,
it's no question. There's no question. Yeah,
he would. If you were to say who's the greatest kicker of all time, he is in that conversation, which again now transcends generations and therefore beyond solidifies his being having the gold-plated head, if you will, bronze, whatever it is. And so that means, unfortunately, for a guy like
well, let's make sure it ain't Dwayne Wade's
Eric Allen.
It ain't Dwayne Wade's buff sculptor. Whoever it is.
Hey, and then I saw that picture. He's seen it.
I know he cool with it. That's because his eyes was glassy. I ain't gonna say why. I'm just saying he wasn't looking through the right corrective lenses. Not that day. Whoever did that, he needs to be fired.
He looks like crazy eyes from
fired, rehired, and fired again.
Yeah, man, listen.
Hey, but hold up,
Wade.
Go ahead. No, let me read this right quick.
Go ahead.
While there is no set number for any class of enshrinees, the Hall of Fame selection process by law stipulate that between 4 and 8 new members will be selected. So I'll say this: I think 8 get in this year. 8 get in.
All right, so here's the challenge that we have, right? I know we don't gamble or whatnot, but it's just a quiz. Who?
Oh man, don't do that, man. Oh man, come on, man. Come on, bro. You about to make me throw up, bro. I don't want to see that, bro. It's things.
Blurred out, man.
Yeah, don't blow. Don't. Why is that? Where did that come from? Oh man, now I gotta edit. Oh my gosh, man. Nobody want to see no Christmas.
That's gonna end up on all of our Double J,
yeah,
man.
No,
you might
get a
slip, bro.
Yeah, no, we got it.
You might have the league. You might have conduct detrimental to the team.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
You might have to sit one out, man. I was gonna say the challenge is of our 8, who's gonna have the most. Which of the 3 of us, like a pick 'em, right? Who's gonna get the most right? Now we got a lot of common.
Your audio
common names,
bro.
but we
got a lot of common names. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got a lot of common names, but we do have enough difference between our lists that it would be fun to see who got the most right, who get the most picks.
You talking about of the 4 we picking?
Of the 8 of our 8 that each of us. Yeah, of our 8. So that's what I'm saying. Barbershop. We can rerun the show and find out who the 8 that you picked. But
and rerun the show and take out that scene that he put up there. Yeah, we got to definitely get rid of that. My gosh, this guy doing right here, man. You know what I mean? This dude right here, man, showing pancakes at IHOP. See that, bro?
Censored.
Yeah, please. Yeah, boy, you talking about getting us flagged? Anywho, I'm saying I think all 8 get in. Whoever the 8 are, they all gonna get in.
You think they're? You think they'll?
Well,
be 8.
Obviously, if they select the 8, they're getting in, right?
You were reading something. Hold on. You were reading something. Just if you can you quickly skim over like what the criteria is, who voted and whatnot?
No, I just said that while there is no set number for any class of enshrinees, the Hall of Fame's selection process by laws. Well, excuse me. Oh Lord, yeah. I'm so traumatized by that doggone scene that we synced. While there is no set number for any class of enshrinees, the Hall of Fame selection process bylaws stipulate that between 4 and 8 new members will be selected. So I'm telling you now, 8 members will be selected. I don't know in which years only 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, but I'm saying this year I believe 8 will go. I'm not saying it's going to be my 8, but I think 8 go in. There's too many good ones in here for 8 not to go in.
Gotcha. So are you aware that the modern era candidates in October were trimmed to 50? And so again, it was
167 it started out as
94 offensive, 56 defensive.
Yeah.
But you can actually see what that original list looks like that got trimmed, and if you wanted to determine if you agree with it or not.
Well, no, we looked too long in it too. Not right now. We might can revisit, but no, not right now. We still got to get our week 12 pick'ems in.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, we do. We got.
Man, Simeon Rice. Oh my.
Oh yeah, nah. But I'm telling you, I know. I'm saying 8. Not only are 8, all 8 getting in, whichever 8 they do, but Adam Vinatieri is definitely one of the 8. There's no question. They're going to have to pick 8 this year. Because let's be realistic. Even the guys I named, I'm not saying my list should be the list, but come on, man. Steve Smith. Heck, James Harrison. Anquan Bolden. Earl Thomas. Rodney Harrison. Antonio Gates, definitely. Antonio Gates and Adam Vinatieri are my definites. Those are my definites. Oh, and my bad. And who else did I say? Oh, just for giggles.
All right. So
I'm gonna give you 3 definites. I'm gonna give you 3 definites. I'm gonna give you 3 definites. I believe are definite. Steve Smith, Antonio Gates, and Vinatieri.
All right. Just a note: the committee consists of one media representative from each pro football city, with 2 from New York and 2 from Los Angeles, as the cities each have 2 teams in the National Football League.
Hold it.
Basically, so the selection committee
consists of
a media member from each pro football city. New York and Los Angeles get 2 because they have 2 teams.
That's bogus.
That's how it goes.
That's bogus. What I'd rather see him do? I'd rather see him pick somebody put somebody on the committee from South Dakota and North Dakota. Yeah, in New York and LA. Okay, Ohio got 2 teams too.
No. New York media market and Los Angeles media market specifically get 2
representatives.
Yeah. Ohio,
okay.
yeah. So there's
LA and New York get 2 because they have 2 teams.
Yes, the New York Football Giants and the New York Jets. That's why that's why the New York media gets 2.
Okay, Ohio has the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Look, New York City and Los Angeles, California. So New York City is going to get 2. So like a New York Post guy and a New York Times.
I got you. The actual city itself.
The actual city itself.
That's bogus. Because was LA getting 2 of them when the Chargers was in San Diego?
Both teams are in New Jersey.
Yeah, and thank you, Double J. They ain't even in New York.
Well, that's what I was reading the bylaws from the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
The bylaws need to be rewritten because whoever wrote the bylaws was biased. I know it wasn't funny, but it was to me. You better make it laugh before I make you cry.
There can be up to 17 at-large selectors who are active members of the media or persons intricately involved in professional football, and 1 representative of the Pro Football Writers of America. All appointments annually and approved by a majority vote of Hall of Fame Board of Directors.
Well, I'll tell you what. All of them, whoever it is voting, the first thing we're going to know, ain't no drinking the night before, like you having surgery. Ain't no drinking. Because if you get the sauce and I figure you're going to let the sauce be your boss and you're going to get to moving with that pen. No, you can't. No, excuse me, sir. Are you drinking? Well, no, hand me your keys.
So check this out. Right? I don't know how many people know this, but one last thing. I don't know. We got to move on. How are new enshrinees selected? Check this out. Any fan may nominate a player, coach, or contributor who has been connected with pro football simply by writing to the Pro Football Hall of Fame at 2121 Hollis Drive, Canton, Ohio. The only
I never knew that
is that a player must have been retired at least 5 years before he or she can be considered. So if we're talking
some ladies in the NFL.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, I guess maybe like a ref or something like that or whatever
like
it is.
Ref or a coach.
Okay,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Okay, my bad. I'm like, who that? They ain't seen no lady suit up.
So look, if we want to right the wrong of Roger Craig, what if a grassroots effort to get his name submitted is done by the fans?
Well, all the folks that they ain't had him in at this point that it would take for us to do that, they was on some grass. I'm just saying. Anywho, yeah. I want when it didn't, and for everything I read right here, like when does it take place though? I didn't see that
Super Bowl. Oh yeah. So I'm still back on there. The preliminary is they tell me when. No, it has to do.
Oh yeah,
with Super Bowl
before the Super Bowl. Yep.
Yeah.
20 finalists will be presented. Yeah. 20 finalists will be presented at the selection committee's annual meeting next year in advance of Super Bowl 55,000. 15 modern era players, 3 seniors, 1 coach, and 1 contributory. You understand me? Yeah, I'm interested to see who go in, but I'm telling you right now, book it. I'm going to say it again. Steve Smith, Vinatieri, and who else did I say? Dag nabbit. I wrote it down and can't even read my writing now. I said Vinatieri, Steve Smith. Did I say Antonio Gates? Yeah, I think I said Gates. Yeah, Gates. I think the three definites, I think they get in. All right, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to clean things up or finish things off with our NFL Week 12 pick'ems, and Double J is going to provide us the lines for them games right there. We appreciate y'all for staying with us right now, because if it's not for y'all, we don't do what we do here. Like they say at the shop, baby, you understand me? Sports commentary from a barbershop perspective. Y'all know how to do what they do at the barbershop. Now, come on now. It's the cornerstone of every community, and it's our country club. Right, fellas? Holla at you.
Absolutely.
Wait, well, slow it down there, look. What you slow it down there, little Kemosabe? Slow it on down.
I answered your question.
What?
You know what?
Anyway.
What it do, sports fans? It's your man BSJ from the Shop Report. And guess what? The shop is now open for business, baby. If you're on Facebook, go to our fan page, The Shop Report. Click on More, and then Shop to view all products. Or if you're on Instagram, click on the Shop tab to see all our products. I mean, what you want me to do? I'm selling merch here.
All right. While my man Gully going in between bites right there, whatever it is, it must be good. You understand me? All right, then. You understand me? We're going to get right into this Week 12 pick'ems, all right? Yeah. That Thursday night game, Browns at the Steelers, or should I say Steelers at the Browns? What's really going down, baby? Who you got?
All right. Well, the current spread live line is at 3.5 for the road Steelers.
3.5? That seems kind of odd.
The total.
Why is it odd?
I don't know. I would have thought maybe 3, not 3.5. That's funky.
Though the Browns are struggling.
Hey, I don't care what the Browns record is. I don't care what the Steelers record is, bro. I mean, I done seen the Steelers whoop on the Browns throughout the years, but I just for whatever reason, man, I don't know, just something about the next door neighbor bully or something like that. You get up.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That other teams.
You look at the idea of it being a rivalry, and look at how the Steelers looked last week. And I mean, the Browns didn't look too great either. They put up 14 versus a team in the Saints that was also a loser, struggling on the season. But
the Steelers have a way of winning ugly, whereas the Browns have a way of losing uglier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Steelers winning.
Do you?
Yeah. And that's all I got to say about that.
Hey, as much as I would like to pat myself on the back for telling even some Steelers fans that when Tomlin made the switch to Russell Wilson, they needed to just take a pause because he know what he's doing. It didn't look like it so far. Russ opens that offense up. He really does. But I'm gonna roll with the Browns on this one, baby.
All right. It's Thursday night game too.
I know. I think Kevin Stefanski on his way out the door gonna win one for the Gipper. That's all I'm trying to tell you. All right, and the first of the Sunday games, excuse me, Chiefs at the. Oh wow, do we really need to talk about? Hey, listen, man, Patrick Mahomes is getting love, bro. Hey, I saw a ref out there in red and yellow. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. Woo. Boy, it's been some offensive holding and face masking and all that kind of stuff. Yet and still, But Josh Allen finally took them down. And speaking of that, still the Chiefs Bills, was that a precursor to the AFC Championship? And do you think by the Bills finally beating them, even though it was a regular season game, the Bills finally got off the schneid in their mind of being able to beat
them in the regular season?
I don't know, but it just seemed like that game seemed a little bit more at stake. I don't know.
It did because the Chiefs were rolling, even if they got, even if one to believe that they got a lot of help through the course of the year through the refs or whatnot, the referees whistles, swallowing their whistles or whatever. But
I don't know. The Bills just look like a different team, bro.
Yeah,
they do. Of course.
Hey, Brother Rich, circle the wagons.
Oh, please. Yeah, don't listen. You can't say nothing to Denzel Richard now. You get what I'm trying to say? He out there making movies and everything. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Denzel calling me, talking about some Jay. You got a part for me to play? Hey, you got to talk to Brother Richard, man. He all Hollywood now. Anywho, yeah. The Chiefs at the Panthers. As long as Patrick Mahomes is upright, we already know how that's going to end. What's the line anyway, Double J? 44.5.
7.
No audio.
You're muted, Double J.
Total's at 48, but
what did I say? 49.5. What did I say?
That's right around there, yeah.
Oh, y'all don't remember it? And I didn't know that. Whoa, okay.
But the line, the spread itself is 10.5 for the Chiefs.
Wow.
Yeah. Vikings at Bears.
I got the Vikings winning this on the road.
I do too. The Bears all of a sudden seem to fuck. Listen, you can't be what Caleb Williams did and what he said rather prior to. Who was the player that said was it Luka? Said somebody's easy playing in the NBA, whatever it is. I get it, but be careful what you say, man. Let your game do the talking. Then talk smack after the fact, because you can't talk smack to the alligator till after you cross the river. Didn't y'all know that? My gosh, Caleb ain't looking like what Caleb said he was going to be at this point in the season. See, is all I'm saying. I got the Vikings too. What's the line, Double J?
Bears, Vikings currently 3.5 for the Vikings and over under at 39.
How many? Oh, wait, okay. So what are we looking at? The Bears gonna score what? 2 runs in the 9th?
Something to consider, right, is the Vikings blitz rate is the highest in the league.
Yeah, but if that's what you got to do to create pressure, I don't know if that you can get you all the way through to the playoffs.
Well, but you're talking about Caleb Williams that has already struggled. That's why he had DJ
he's been sacked 417 times already.
That's what I mean. Like, so they were able to get DJ Moore the ball quite a bit last game, but they're going to have to try to create kind of east-west like that in order to, and that is not favorable for the Bears, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, I'm picking the Vikings no matter what.
But something deeper with the Bears as a whole is you have to remember George McCaskey took over in 2012-ish. And at which point, of course, Lovie Smith was still there from the time that I was there. And then what did he do? He got rid of Lovie, and then he brought in someone that had inherited Jay Cutler, of course, so now you bring in essentially new coach and ultimately new general manager with quarterback that you didn't want. So not because of Jay's contract, you had to kind of ride it out for 2 years. Then you bring in another quarterback, but then what happens? You change coach and general manager again. They had a chance to finally clear the deck about 2017, 2018-ish. Okay. So again, 5 years later, they chose not to. And then what did they do? Instead of sticking with the quarterback they had, they draft and pass on Patrick Mahomes, by the way. But not that was really realistic anyway, but they draft who? Mitch Trubisky.
Yep.
And then I don't the whole cycle all over.
Yeah, I don't. Mitch was nice here at Menor High School. They beat Glenville a couple of times. That's our high school, like St. Ignatius type deal. But I just didn't. I mean, I'm not no pro scout or nothing, but I just didn't see it. I'm not surprised that his career has gone the way that it has gone. I'm glad that he got drafted.
Unfortunately, underwhelming.
Yeah, very. Yeah, over underwhelming. Okay. Yeah. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I guess I would ask the question, like, who's had more quarterbacks in the last 10 minutes, the Browns or the Bears? Just saying. Anyway, that's
the Browns still winning that race, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? Leaps and bounds.
You want to be able to make that joke, but you can't. Wait a minute.
Whoa, repeat that, Max Headroom. I didn't hear what you said.
I said you want to be able to. I said we would want to be able to make that joke about any team, like who got more quarterbacks than the Browns. But the Browns also they on a whole nother strategy.
They
can fill the roster of players with quarterbacks.
Oh, that hurt! Ow, man! Did this guy? Woo! Titans at the Texans. Boy, you think the Bengals missing Joe Mixon right now? Whoever had Joe Mixon in their fantasy, boy, I know they cleaned up. Man, he had a whole. But again, I see this. I'm watching Joe Mixon, and I'm saying to myself, Somebody please tell me again why the running back position in the NFL has been so devalued. Why? Because coaches don't use them like Harbaugh, Derrick Henry. Why was Derrick Henry not in? Kevin Stefanski not using Nick Chubb inside the red zone? Help me to understand. Is this deliberate?
Smartest guy in the room.
I mean, come on. Hey, Greg Popovich, don't you think Tim Duncan should have been in the game? Chris Bosh got to oh, my bad. My fault. I was having a flashback. Sorry. I don't know. Some of these coaching decisions in certain moments, man, they suspect to me.
So
I ain't saying it's no conspiracy, but it's suspect to me.
So is does Joe Mixon, is he like the primary ball carrier? Like is there
bro, the Texans offense was struggling for a minute when he was out.
Okay, so
I don't say struggling, but I mean they, CJ Stroud.
He's a premier back.
No question.
No. And the reason why I say it is because I remember me when the Bengals, the year that they went to the Super Bowl.
Which one?
With Joe Burrow. And the season after that, when they advanced to the AFC Championship, I felt like Joe Mixon I felt like there was the critique that I had of that team with Joe Mixon is like, I want to like him as a player, but it's just something about his production or whatnot. It's like they need more out of him, and he doesn't. And he just
more out of who?
Joe
Mixon.
What I'm saying for the Bengals. So I wonder if it was a case, if it was scheme, is what I'm getting at, because what he's doing with a premier pocket passer in Stroud. Certainly, it seems he was capable of doing that in Cincinnati. Why wasn't it working? It seemed like it was scheme. Is what I'm getting at. Like they didn't use him effectively, so that's why he looked ineffective, because he wasn't used correctly.
You got a point, man. Well, it's a quarterback-driven league, and it's been that for quite some time now. And Joe Burrow is the kind of guy the quarterback you can drive him, because I don't know too many guys at that position in the NFL, obviously, that didn't beat Patrick Mahomes. Okay,
right.
I'm just saying. So he a gunslinger, there's no question. I honestly think the offensive line still is porous. I know we ain't talking about that right now. I just couldn't help but mention that. For him to be he's a franchise quarterback for real. Throwing 5 touchdowns in a game. He seemed like he could do it every game, really. If you get,
and he's still losing though. That's the thing. But touchdowns and a loss.
But that's not him. That's not his fault. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
For the most part, he's doing his thing. But I don't understand how you get a guy at that position, as difficult as it is to really hit on a franchise quarterback, and your next move ain't rebuilding the offensive line. I don't get it, because the game, despite all of the fantasy numbers that, all the skill position guys get and all of the attention that they get, and rightfully so, it's in the trenches is where all that other stuff works. Well, that Lamborghini ain't going nowhere without the keys, bro.
Here's what I can tell you. The Bengals do have a bye week, and they are 4-7 entering the bye week. There's 6 weeks left to go in the season. We've seen this before from the Bengals 2 seasons ago. Remember, I think they were under 500 when they had that Halloween game versus the Browns, and they lost.
So wait, well, the Browns got their number though.
What I'm saying is,
because
the Browns had beat them on Halloween. The Browns had beat them on Halloween, and the Bengals were under 500 or whatnot. I think during that time.
And that's a division game though, bro.
That's not where I'm going. What I'm saying is, after that loss and that bye week, the Bengals won out the rest of the season until that controversial play late in the fourth quarter in the conference championship versus the Chiefs to send the Chiefs back to the Super Bowl. My point is, it's still as chaotic as it is, they could probably piece it together. You got to win one at a time. But the Bengals and Joe Burrow has shown in his young career that it ain't over until it's over. And though it's looking bleak right now, it's still a week-to-week game. It's still a week-to-week season, and there's still enough time to correct it. It's all.
Well, maybe, but now you're talking, and I don't know all of the particulars and details in this nature or in such, but now you're talking about mathematical situations and all that old type of stuff. Like
I'm just saying the fact that they just 4-7. So what I'm saying is, go ahead.
They had to win. They had to win out. They can't afford to lose another game.
Right.
And okay, if you're saying that they're capable of doing that, then okay, I got you. Well, then here's the killer part. There are a few national talk shows that I listen to as opposed to watch. I can't think of the name with Chris Canty and the lady and the guy, but I listen to them every morning. They're pretty good, actually. I like them. And it's a few other shows too. But they were talking about the Bengals after they had lost like their third game or something like that or whatever. No, the fourth game, they were still putting the Bengals in that discussion. Like, if any team can pull it off, it's them. But then you look at why they were saying that. It's because of Joe Burrow. Look at that. Look at the Bengals. Well, and I'll say because of Joe Burrow, but don't let me not. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Higgins and Jamar, because Jamar bad. He a bad dude, bro.
Right.
He a bad dude. He a bad dude. So yeah, them included. But to me, it seemed like the Bengals, they got everything at the wide receiver and quarterback position, but nothing else. So whatever they do, it's gonna be on them 4 guys.
Yeah.
Hendrickson is nice on the defensive side. Yeah. But the defense and I just them 4 guys are who they stand out to me with the Bengals. That offensive line is still not, it's just not good, bro. Just not good, man. And they had more than enough time, in my opinion, the Bengals organization has, to fortify that offensive line a lot better, be in front of a guy like him, any quarterback really, but a guy like him especially. He take too much of a beating still, bro. To me, he do.
Got you.
Sorry. He shouldn't be taking that kind of beating. Just imagine if you keep a guy like Joe Burrow clean. And we could say, I'm not saying he is Mahomes or nothing like that, but I'm saying we could say the same about Mahomes, because remember.
Why can't you say that? See, I don't like doing that. Stand on it. I don't feel like any human being, especially a sports athlete, is above reproach. There's a new Jordan, there's a new LeBron, there's a new Elway, there's a new Marino. Nah, Patrick Mahomes is elite. He's the best.
Joe Burrow.
But what I'm saying is, when he looks in this, listen, you know how cars had a little warning light when there's somebody next to your lane.
I don't have my car. Oh, don't play me like you just tried to throw a slide crank in there. That was a crank.
No, listen.
Don't play me like that.
While
you know
Mahomes is ahead, his side view mirrors have flashing lights. There's somebody there's traffic in the other lane. So
okay, but my mirrors, while you're talking about my mirrors still say objects are closer than they appear. I don't have no lights, no lane assist. I don't have none of that. I still got to rely on this right here. Anyway, I drive a 6B, a stick shit. I don't, you know what? Forget. I ain't even. I'm not gonna even try to say it. I'm not gonna do it. Anywho, yeah. Who you got? Double J. What's the line? I got the Texans.
Yeah, I'm taking the Texans all the way.
Yeah. What's the line, Double J?
So the line for the Texans is currently 8 in favor of Houston, and the over/under is set at 40.5.
Whoa, wait a minute. What happened there? Say that again.
It's gonna be a high scoring affair, or they saying the Texans about to blow them out the water.
Yeah, say that again.
Texans are favored by 8, and the over/under is only 40.5.
Oh no, that ain't nothing, Gully. That's 2017-ish.
No, over 40. That's a 30-10. The Texans have 8. The Texans at least 8. So the Texans are going to win by at least 8, and the line is 40.
No, the over. Yeah, well.
Yeah, no, right. The over/under is 40, and the Texans are going to get more than 8. That is not a 20-10. It's not possible.
I said 2017 somewhere. Some 2018 somewhere around in that. Man, that game ain't gonna be.
Man, I'm 35-10, bro.
All right, well there it is. 35-10.
My thing is this: so the Tennessee secondary is actually okay. It's the offense that is needs some work.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Joe Mixon can catch out the backfield. You put him on some wheel routes, some swing routes, or something like that, and toss it to him on a little 4-5 yard hitch or something like that. And by the time that secondary get to him, he gone.
If I'm the Texans, I'm looking forward to this game.
Your audio's clipping, bro.
I said,
Say
if
that
I'm
again.
the Texans, I'm looking forward to this game.
Well, no question. Oh, but what's the name? But CJ's boy is back.
No, he was back in the last game for Salad.
Yeah, and you could see it.
Well, there's a lot of people that were sick about this, and I love that what's showing like a little bit at a glance here, because if you were watching that game closely, there's a penalty that was called on the first play in which Nico Collins took it to the house. Yep. So right away he would have hit the over on his prop, and likely anybody that had bet the anytime touchdown, let alone the first touchdown score, would have been irate because they said illegal man downfield, which had nothing to do with the play whatsoever that the offensive lineman moved forward. They are wanting that gone. Later in the game,
that's bogus, man.
He also caught a ball that was more clear that he caught it than the other game on Sunday night with the Chargers and Bengals. And they cut to commercial. They overturned the call, meaning from catch to
while
no
they were
catch.
at commercial.
Yeah, yep. So that's over there. Whopper.
Oh man, hey, listen.
Right. Hey, and he missed his yardage prop by 1 yard.
Bruh, listen. Do you know what that speaks to though? Do you know what that speaks to? No sporting event is completely left of chance, bro. How you cut to a commercial and then come back and overturn? Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I watch the games with a grain of salt. Bruh, I just come on here and act like I'm really into it because I'm not, because of the garbage. That's garbage.
Hey, so I obviously am in tune with a lot of the folks on that side of things, and they were looking at his yardage numbers and saying he's gone over that number by at least 20 in every game that he had played in. And so it was so low because he'd been out that they were like, unless something weird happened. And that was the funniest part to me. Like, they were almost kind of tiptoeing on the fact that, to your point, Barbershop,
that something weird was going to happen.
Exactly. And him to house that first, to have a house call for 80 plus yards, and then they were like, flag. And then,
come on, bro. Hey,
invisible
Whopper all y'all out there
turn, call change.
Yeah, for all y'all that's out there still with us, we appreciate it, because if it's not for you, we don't do what we do. But I'm gonna tell y'all, if you're not familiar with it, go look up Arnold Rothstein. Big bankroll Rothstein is what they called him. The guy who was responsible for the 1919 World Series, the Black Sox scandal. When asked after he got caught, his response to the reporter, "We can fix anything but the weather." I'm just saying, bro. All right. Then you had playing for the mafia. Okay. Then you had the guy at Arizona State point shaving. And then let's not even talk about boxing. And no, we won't talk about that debacle the other night. I'm just saying, bro, it's too much money, especially now, involved for me to not raise an eyebrow at some of the stuff I'm seeing, and folks think everything on the up and up. It's not. Just saying. Anyway, let's move on. Lions at the Colts. I'm taking the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions as well.
Twice. What's the line, Double J? And the over-under
for the sorry, you said Pat's Dolphins, right?
No,
no.
See what I'm saying?
Lions Colts.
Scully, that's how you know he back there. That's why you see what he back there doing.
Boy, he back
there. Moon landing.
No, moon. Please. Well,
yeah, I bet.
Whoa. Slow down there. Slow down there, young fella.
AJ misses out.
That's later.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you taking pills? Oh, anyway. Oh my gosh.
After dark is on Saturdays, bro.
Yeah, like Gully said, after dark is on Saturdays. Anyway, what's the line in the Lions?
No, so the line is 7.5.
And don't be lying. What?
7.5 for the Lions. And now here's the difference, Gully. 50.5 is the over under.
What?
Wow.
Oh, is Joe Flacco? Is Joe Flacco playing?
No, Anthony Richardson is.
So what make them think that the Colts Lions? Well, they think the Lions gonna score what, 49.5 points?
Correct. So here's the thing: the Lions had suffered an injury to Alex Anzalone, their middle linebacker. He's out he broke his arm, so he's done. Obviously, they've had trouble stopping the run for the most part, the majority of the season.
Yeah, since they lost, since they lost their DE. Remember,
they lost Hutchinson. Yeah.
And obviously, Jonathan Taylor's run yards per attempt increased to 5 with Anthony Richardson under center.
Okay, I got you. I still don't see 50 points though. They might get about 17.
Well, the Lions have put up almost 50 on their own. I mean, I think they did last week.
I know.
Right.
I know.
Oh, yeah. They beat the brakes off of whomever that
now,
was.
here's an additional thing. Gully, you would know this. Obviously, the secondary for the Colts is one of the worst in terms of corners.
Yeah.
And so that says, obviously, when you're talking about that passing game that the Lions have, sounds like JMO, long ball. And so again, they're looking at this and saying the Colts will be able to score enough potentially to keep the Lions growing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got the Lions ×2. All right. Give me a scrolleration, baby. Scroll. Oh, and don't eat the Whopper duo, please. Patriots at the Dolphins. I'd rather talk about Alabama and Indiana. I'm just saying. This is ridiculous right now. Hey, man, Tua, he got to stop doing what he doing. I'm just saying.
You know what?
What? No, I should have kept that one.
You know what?
Well, I'm trying to make up for your audio crackling, snap, crackling, popping. You know what I'm saying? I'm just feeling right now. It's Bondo, baby. It's Bondo. Anyway, Patriots at the Dolphins. What's the line, Double J, and the over-under?
That is currently 7.5 in favor of the Dolphins. The over-under's at 46 with the favor at a -112 on the under.
Man, that over-under should be 12. And please, they giving all them points out in numbers for all that because Waddle and Tyreek and all of that. But nah, All right, we'll see. Do I have to make a pick? Oh, I guess so. I'll pick the Dolphins by default. Who you got, Gully? No? You throwing up gang symbols? Don't be throwing up no gang symbols on here, man. Who you got, man? Anyway, he's fixing his audio. Let's keep going.
I said the Patriots, though.
Oh, did you? Oh, my bad. So I'm the one that's getting old.
Yeah.
All right. Well, them ARP moments, you know what I'm saying? You just keep on living. That's what you do. Bucks at the Giants. Who we got? I'm taking the Bucks. Yeah, I'm taking the Bucks. They don't even go into no discussion about this one. What's the over under and the line?
So the line is a 6-point favorite for Tampa Bay and over under 41.5. I'm pounding the over.
Me too.
I will say this, Gully, you know this as well. The Bucs secondary is literally probably the worst. They are getting someone that resembles a corner returning. So, last name Dean. So
yeah, so they're gonna go from worst 32nd or 33rd, I should say, to 32nd in this case. Yeah, that's really what's going on. Yeah, they're getting Dean back. You'd be better off getting the Whopper duo. What?
Right.
What? Yeah.
You get the Whopper duo for sure.
Yeah, all right. Well, I don't know if I like how you said that. You know what I'm saying? You looked at me when you said that. You know what I mean? Whopper duo.
Yeah.
You know I mean, my Metamucil ain't kicked in yet, bro. So don't be disrespecting. Anyway, the Cowboys at the Commanders. Before y'all make a pick, what's the over under and the line? I want to hear this.
So 10.5 for Washington and 46.5. So again, quite a bit.
Well, who they think? I just know Dak had a real timely hamstring issue. I'm just saying.
So Cooper Rush's touchdown prop, which the Cowboys did say they were sticking with him at quarterback, which I don't know what that means, but was only over 0.5 on Monday night. So look for that to likely remain the same. If they bump it to 1, I don't really see that happening, but based on where that number is, that if you think that it's going to be the over, that is likely something that's going to have to occur.
Well, I know one thing. I don't care what the numbers are for the Cowboys. I'm picking the Commanders because they're making me look bad right now because I picked them to win the NFC least, and they letting the Eagles right now get up on them on the game side. You understand me? But it's cool because the Steelers in that Commanders game was a good one. But right now they need to get back on top.
Well, I was going to ask you, Barbershop Jay, because we didn't get your thoughts on this on Saturday night. They play week 17 in Washington.
They who?
Eagles, Washington. Do they get them back in that game, which could have serious playoff implications?
Well, if I'm going to play on that squad, you better. You don't, bruh. Well, they was in Philadelphia, so. But well, you got to do what Philly did then. I'm protecting my backyard. I'm protecting my own backyard, bro. You did what you were supposed to do. Salute. But guess what? Now come see me at mine. If I got to trip you ain't beat me at home. I'll take the 15-yard flag and be out. Okay? Yeah, keep scrolleration. The Broncos at the Raiders. Man, I feel bad for Antonio, man. They don't have a quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Gardner Cashew, or whatever he's calling himself nowadays. It's a nice, honeymoon, Jeremy Lin type of story. You know what I mean? But the Raiders, they probably would have won a few more extra games, man. Had they had somebody, boy, put Joe Burrow on the Raiders. Probably still be the same, huh? I'm just saying.
No, probably not.
Well, I mean, the point I'm making is I think the Raiders, Bill Parcells, again, always said you are what your record says you are. But in the case of the Raiders, I'm not so sure because of what they're lacking at that position. And then they had Devontae Diva Adams. Talented as all get out, but look where you're at right now. And look how it looks.
Asked for that.
Yeah. You get what you asked for. I don't feel nothing for you.
Man. If we get a chance, we got to spend a few moments on that one, man. Because
not today. Not today. But no question. I mean, I'm always open to suggestions. Now, you know what I'm saying? You all can throw some stuff in your hats right there. But I'm taking the Broncos. Bo Nixon and the Broncos have been lightweight balling here lately.
Yeah.
I mean, don't the Broncos lead the league in sacks?
Let's take a look.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was a stumper. Hey, you remember that show on ESPN called Stump the Schwab?
Yeah, Schwami.
No, Schwab. Schwami?
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
no, Schwami was Berman and
yeah.
Oh man. Mm-hmm. Oh well, what?
Yeah,
oh boy, what
Howie Schwab.
Yeah, right. Yeah, pretty good show anyway. That dude knew his stuff, man. I thought I knew. He knew it.
I used to think like it was scripted, but
well, anytime. Not anytime. A lot of times when you got cameras and stuff, yeah, it's scripted. Portions and pieces. Some shows more than others. Niners at the Packers. Ooh wee.
That's a ooh.
Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. The Niners need this one. They need it.
Yeah.
Nah, it's tough to beat the Packers at home though, bro. They a sleeper. I shouldn't. Oh man, RB going. Oh man, yeah, he gonna pat me on my back. There you go. Yeah, you know it. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're a sleeper, a playoff sleeper.
Oh yeah.
But Jordan Love keep throwing off his back foot, and they'll be going back where they been. Like Aaron Rodgers, 1-4 NFC championships. I'm just saying. That wasn't funny. Okay, tough crowd. What's the line, Double J?
2 in favor of
yeah I know. In favor of who?
Green Bay. And over under 47.5.
Man, this game gonna be 17-10. Where they getting 47.5?
Yeah,
exactly. Me too. Oh no.
I think Juwan Jennings has another good game.
Yeah, this game gonna be 19-17, or it might be like I don't know.
Yes, real quick update. Team defense leaders this season currently The Broncos lead the league in sacks at 39, followed by the Giants, the Minnesota Vikings, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Houston Texans. Top 5.
All right, so Jay do know a little something.
The Texans and the New York Jets and the Chargers, they round up the top 5. Jets, Chargers, and Texans tied at 5th.
I'm gonna go out on a limb again, man. This is my DB Cooper moment. I'm gonna go with the 49ers, bro.
What?
Because I got a feeling Brock gonna be looking real purty
in Green Bay.
Wow.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of melted cheese when this one is all over with, said and done with. Shout out to my man's Aaron Ludwig. And in fact, I know you Packers fan. They ain't no Stevie Zambron. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
I'm gonna roll with the Packers on this one.
Well, I mean, that wasn't hard.
No, it isn't, right? Sometimes, hey, you don't have to make things difficult for yourself.
Well, stop it. Double J, who you got?
Give me San Francisco.
Oh, whoa. So in other words, hey. All righty then. Yeah, you're my buddy on that one, huh? You going with the Niners, huh? Why are you picking the Niners? Because I did.
No,
He needs you to say it. He needs you to say it.
Christian McCaffrey is back, and I think Kittle will be back.
Imagine that. That's who he got in his fantasy. That's on his fantasy team.
Well,
yeah, of course.
I do have McCaffrey and Jawan Jennings. And as I sent in the Discord, and if you listen Saturday night, you would have been very happy with that pick.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking the Niners. Cardinals at the Seahawks. Are we shocked by what Geno Smith pulled off last week? Are we shocked by that?
We shouldn't be. We should come to get used to it. I got the Seahawks at home winning.
I'm gonna roll with Double J's boy, Kyler Murray.
Really?
And Marvin Harrison Jr. That's well, I mean, say that fast 2 times. My gosh, that D dot.
Yeah, don't stop. Get back into the bang.
That's starting to look like a formidable combination.
Yes, you said it right.
All right, thank you. Woo, man, my Grammarly skills is terrible today. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. They kind of done. I don't know, man. They looking sneaky too, bro.
Who?
They looking like the Cardinals, man. They lightweight starting to click right now.
What are you saying? They look poised to make a surprising deep run, or are they looking to offset? They looking to upset a favorite?
Both.
Oh.
What if I were to tell you right now, and we brought this up, I brought it up briefly and no one was ready for it, but you walked right into it. The Cardinals currently lead the NFC West at 6-4. All other teams at 5-5. Who wins the West?
Well, for a hot minute there,
over the rest of the entire division has parity. What you said.
That's why he's asking the question. Yeah, that's why he's kind of asking the question. Like, so close. Like, who wins? All right, it's fair. For a minute there, when I had hair, I thought it would be the Rams. I woke up the other day, washed my hair, and I was looking like George Jefferson. So I'm gonna say, wait, who's all in the West again? The Niners, right?
Niners,
Cardinals,
Hawks, Rams,
Seahawks, and Rams.
Yeah,
man, I should have played some traveling music.
Siri, play the Andy Griffith theme song.
I'm gonna say the Cardinals
win the division.
Yes, well, that's what we was talking about, ain't it?
I'm gonna say the Seahawks.
I don't need you to be redundant, Harry. You said
I'm
Minnesota.
That's
the NFC North, man. What are you talking about, Minnesota?
I said Seahawks.
Oh, sorry.
You hear with a lisp.
I hear with a lisp. Really?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Cookie Crisp. I got you.
So we'll see if Givey's team is able to pull this out, but the line is currently -1 in favor of the home team, Seahawks, and 47.5 is the over-under. Slight favorite being the under.
The Seahawks they still got a tough crowd, but they're not the 12th man no more.
That's fair.
That Legion of Boom and all that, them days is done. They still formidable. I'm impressed with Geno because he's staying the course, but I don't know. I think Kyler's a little bit more dynamic.
Okay.
Geno, while he pulled it off last week, but he'll make a mistake that cost him the game type of deal. I don't trust him. Well, I can't even say I really trust Kyler Murray, but I like Kyler Murray more in a game like this than I do Geno. Because Marvin Harrison Jr. proving why they why he took him as a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Give me the Cardinals against the Seahawks. And the Cardinals to win the division. Bump it. I'm just gonna jump on out there. I ain't got hardly no teeth, no how. So what difference do it make? Ain't nobody looking at me.
Seahawks.
All right. And the Eagles at the Rams. Dang, I think the Eagles keep on rolling, man.
Yeah, I do. I picked the Eagles to win this one.
Yeah, the Eagles keep on rolling. Man, Saquon is again. Why is the running back position devalued in the NFL when you watch this dude? Listen, that move he did, bro, which is probably about 38 weeks ago now, but it seemed like it was just like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
How many, other than the guy, who's the guy in Cincinnati that did the hurdle, but he did a front flip and landed on his feet in the end zone?
The move has now been officially confirmed as of today to be in Madden.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's because it was that kind of move, and I would be mad, and if it wasn't in there, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm turning the game off. I'm telling you what, I'm rage quitting for sure.
Yeah, they do that to you. Yeah, log off.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they call me, log off. Anywho, let's keep things rolling. Yeah, I'm picking the Eagles. Lastly, in the Monday night game,
the Harbaugh Bowl continues.
The Harbaugh Bowl, yeah.
Ooh,
Ravens at the
Chargers.
Los Angeles, San Diego Chargers. How about that? Who you got?
Just for context, the line is 2.5 for the Ravens, over under at 51, which I think is a little bit elevated.
Little bit? Man, who coming up with these over-unders?
I'm going with the Ravens at home. I mean, on the road.
I'm going with the Chargers. Let's go, Chargers.
Why don't for all these teams that you're going with, why don't you go into our pick 'em and put them there?
Because I'm old. I got AARP card and Metamucil.
So I guess we need to put those in for them.
I don't listen.
We should have let Gully do it. He's been the one that's been on fire this year.
Bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, Gully done circled the wagons.
Yeah.
You know
I have to say, I'm pretty impressed, even for myself, and I take it humbly. I don't take it for granted. I give it my best effort, and I'm proud of the results. And I know we still got a great deal of the season left ahead, but I plan on continuing to keep my focus and keep right on charging along. She's spoken like a true athlete.
Absolutely. And on that note, I leave you with this quote. No mirror can reflect a picture of a human as best as his attitude and way of speaking do. Let me read that again. No mirror can reflect a picture of a human as best as his attitude and his way of speaking do. Yeah, put that in your pipe. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? It's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out every Wednesday at 9 on the PM side right here on the yard. Yeah, I almost messed that up, baby. Or y'all can check us out on Facebook. Stop interrupting. Raise your hand. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the Shops fan page, and of course YouTube. Make sure, please, when you over at the tube, you hit that subscribe button. We'd be much obliged. And if that don't work, y'all can Google it. For my dudes, B Rich, Double J, D Gully, and all those who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay. You've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Holla! Hey, and please, and don't, if you're making any picks, don't base it on nothing I said, okay? Because I don't want nobody talking about they want a refund. Absolutely not. Yeah.